This is round 6 of the league. I am 2-3, just hoping to break even. Things have not been going well, and this game is not off to a good start. Yeah, this I'll have to work with. Get rid of the hermit. You can draw something for the late game later on. Mox Diamond. Hopefully this isn't Sylvan Library. Or Oath of Druids. Yeah, it's Oath of Druids. Nice. Alright, well, I have Duress. For what that's worth. Take out the Thermokarst and the turn. I'm trying to figure out what the opponent would have held other than a land. Should I therapy them right now? Yeah, I think I will. I think they're trying to keep me off survival. They might actually have something. I'll name Sylvan Library. Most dangerous card they could have. Yep, it's just a land. Alright, yeah, not a big surprise, but I'm going to try and get my therapy value when I can. Window closed pretty quick. Yeah, it's definitely more of a duress matchup than a therapy matchup. Then on top of that, like, there's a lot of stuff that I really want them to discard. So it's just super good in the beginning. A lot better if I'm going first, of course, or if they don't have a Mox Diamond. But then it just becomes a dead draw. Alright, that's double port. Yeah, I guess I'll try this duress. See if I get something. Hey, not bad. I'm going to take Oath of Druids. Do I take Oath of Druids? How am I going to get out of this? So, they're going to be able to Oath into a Terravore turn after turn after turn for 4 total Terravores. I need to get rid of their Oath. It's going to be expensive to get rid of their Oath. But that's, oh man, that's the only way to do it. Sylvan Library, that's very, very bad for me. But on the upside, they didn't play Sphere, which means I can take it out with a Wall of Blossoms. Sacrifice Stick Ball Therapy. That's interesting. Might be able to make use of that. It'd be awkward, but it's possible. I'm not playing anything green. May as well tap this way. Yeah, they definitely should have played the Sphere, knowing that I have a Cabal Therapy right there. It's unlikely to hurt their chances, though. I'm really just in a terrible position. Terravore. They're going to let me oath. Well, let's see what turns up. Withered Wretch. Hey, not bad. Not bad. Do I try and handle things this way by just shrinking their Terravore? I've got a lot of lands. How am I going to handle this? I'm going to play Recurring Nightmare, then I'll pass the turn. They'll not oath. Yeah, put that stop on the draw. Knock out their land right here. And, I mean, I've got a lot of lands in play. Conceivably, I could keep their Terravores under control. Won't be easy, but it's not out of the question. Winter's Grasp on a swamp. All right. Exile the swamp. Nothing to hit with that right now. Just let it get tapped. Another land. Wonderful. May as well start with an attack. And now I think I don't want to play the wall. That way if it takes multiple turns to dial down their Terravore, I can work on it without another Oath trigger kicking in right away. Let's see how deep it goes. 10. Okay. Pretty big, but manageable. They mill anything of note. A bunch of spheres, I guess. Not a super big deal. Alright. Yeah, let's knock out a bunch of these lands then. Alright, down to 5. Move right on along. Respond by exiling a land. And once again. Another land. Wonderful. I am glad to be flooded. Kill this off right now. Yep, there's treetop. No problem here. Naturalize. That's too bad. Not a super big deal, though. Another land. Incredible. Yeah, with these man lands in play, I feel like maybe it's time to play some walls and accept that it's just going to be consecutive oath activations. Like, they can oath. I mean, really, they could, if they wanted, not oath and then just attack me for 5. That would be kind of awkward. So, yeah, it's time to accept that we're just turning the faucet on completely here. Genesis. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm going to need those lands. I'm going to need this Wall of Roots mana. And the turn. I mean, they are at 7. It's a pretty menacing creature at 4/4. Let's hope this is a little one. Oh, they didn't do it. That's delightful. I like that. It isn't going to get any easier for them. Well, I guess they're probably just hoping to Sylvan Library into a Pyroclasm or something. Looks like that did not work out. Good. That's funny. Alright. I'm going to play Wall of Roots. I'll play Genesis. That should hopefully prompt them to give in an oath. Still no. Playing it real safe here. They must have something they want to draw. That's awesome. All right, attack with Genesis. Drop the worm and the turn. Once again, no oath. Yeah, it looks like I probably have this one. Nice. It's really hard to win game 1 in this matchup. Alright, so that should definitely improve things for me. Let's get this Mastercore out of the way. Bone Shredder I want. All this stuff I want. This stuff too. Get that in there. Probably Faceless Butcher. What do I not want? Hypnotist. I'm on the draw. Get rid of Therapy. I can hang on to duress. What about hermit? Maybe I don't want two of it. Just scanning through. Yeah, nothing on the low end is really expendable. Even Wall of Blossoms is quite good. Faceless Butcher is a little, yeah. I mean, they probably have nothing that kills it. It's good for blocking an unsupported therapy. Maybe cut out the Ravenous Baloth. That's a good blocker and a decent attacker. Maybe just the other Hermit. Yeah, that's fine. I just don't want expensive stuff. One more pass through. Yeah, I should cut something from the top end. Baloth or Butcher? I'll get rid of Baloth. I think I can afford to do that. One last look at the sideboard. I think we're good. That's interesting. What am I going to do with this? Is this keepable? I really don't like how it only has one land, but Lyrist is nice. Wretch is nice. Duress can be good. I'm on the draw. No, it's... I feel like I'd be compelled by Oath to play Lyrist on turn one instead of Bird, which just would screw everything up. I think I have to mulligan. It's close, but yeah, I just can't justify it. All right, I'll keep that. What do I want to get rid of? Probably the wall. I don't know. I need two creatures though. Well, I need one creature for survival. I was two if I play the bird, which I think I will. The opponent will get a 5. In light of that, I think I can spare the wastes actually. Even though it feels weird to put a land back here. There's a wasteland. Right, but take the risk here. Try and go over the top with Survival of the Fittest if they play a turn 2 Oath. Yep, there it is. Worm, huh? I'm in a pretty good spot here. I think I can handle the flow of oath uses. Hopefully this one's small. No, it is certainly not. I won't be able to get through this one with... Ooh, that's bad. How am I going to get out of this? Yeah, that Turvor is too big. So I can go get Bone Shredder and I can Bone Shred immediately, or I could Wall of Blossoms and have 2 draws to hopefully draw a Naturalize. Yeah, 13. That's pretty big. Yeah, I'll get rid of the Tempting Worm. Oh, man. I could get the Lyris, but then they'll have 2 Terravores. They're both going to be friggin' huge. I have to take Bone Shredder. There's no way this leads to a win without having removal on hand. There's my Wretch. Just not going to happen this time, though. So I can play the Shredder and then the Oath again, or I can wall. I'm going to wall. Not what I was hoping for. But I think I would rather duress the opponent than play the Wretch at this point. Call the Herd. They have another Terravore, but they can't cast it. Yeah, it's an interesting hand. $24. Yeah, that kills me. All right. Well, that did not work out. The opponent did not need a bunch of cards. Notably, they do have Tormod Script. I should have taken a closer look at what they milled. So with that established, do I want to bring in maybe a Therapy? No, I don't think so. Can't keep that. Have to keep that. I'm just going to bank on drawing another creature. There's plenty in the deck. Opponent mulliganed. That helps a lot. Hopefully with the duress I can disarm them effectively. Also a little weird that they brought in Call the Herd. I mean, it helps against that Wretch situation, but that was unusual. I was lucky that it played out that way. It just doesn't seem like it would help much against all the walls. Tormod's Crypt or Winter's Grasp. I'll take the Crypt. Don't want them getting in the way of my survival. Kick it off with a Wasteland. Yeah. Right. Forest and done. 2 turns to draw a creature if I want to get started without delay. Nope. I mean, I guess I'm happy to have lands for what that's worth. Won't be missing land drops anytime soon. There we go. I'll do this right now so they can't respond with a Naturalize on their turn. Go get Squee, pass the turn. Another Winter's Grasp. Bit inconvenient, but that's alright. I want to get Lyris. That can hopefully keep me safe. Ooh, that was a good draw. Play Wall. Yeah, I can accelerate and still get my Squee value on the opponent's turn. Another Winter's Grasp. Try and just power through it. Holding a Terravore, need to keep that in mind. I'm going to have 3 mana to work with, but really just 2 because I want to get my squee value. I could off the Mox Diamond with Octabi. I don't want to get Tempting Worm when they actually have something to put in. What do I want here? Maybe just another Wall of Roots. Yeah, that'll work. Not a useful duress. I do know what they have. Now I can... yeah, I can go get a bird. Seems worth getting a point in. Pyroclasm. That's inconvenient. Really did not want them to draw that. I can recover from it, though. It's not really a big issue. Nice. I'm going to start off by getting Antuco Vigilante so they can't look into an Oath and get me with it. Yep, there it is. Another Thermokarst. Yeah, they really destroyed a ton of my lands, but still just pushing through anyway. Let's get in with this attack. And yeah, notably, I guess I could go after the diamond. Well, I don't want to do it with that. I do want to go after the diamond, but I don't want to do it with my Vigilante. Because right now they have no red source. So if they draw Pyroclasm, they won't be able to actually use it. Yeah, let's knock that out. Decent enough board presence too at 2/2. Alright, there's the Naturalize. It has happened. Got a lot of good value there. Hopefully it's enough to carry me through. this Terravor being safe is actually a big problem. Go for the duress now. Pyroclasm, nice. Yeah, I wish I had time to get a Bone Shredder. Just take the damage for now. Birds of Paradise. Not super useful. How do I want to do this? If I attack, they can trade village for it. And then still have a factory. I just want to play the Burden End. I just have to hope that I draw some sort of answer. I'm going to block with, I think, the Orangutan. I want to keep the wall alive. I don't want to go to actual one, so this is a good compromise between those. There's a Mox Diamond. Should have done that first to get an extra point over, but it's unlikely to matter. And actually, right now, I could Vigilante the Diamond, but I'm still so vulnerable. I think I'd rather let them have access to Pyroclasm, especially having gone through two of them. Yeah, I think I'm probably just dead now. Well, not immediately dead, but it's not good. Actually, I am immediately dead, aren't I? So, let's say they attack with Treetop Village, which has Trample. That's 12 trample damage. Yeah, I'd be dead. Hopefully they just, I don't know, mess up the zone out or something. I don't know. Yeah, they did not. Just double check it. That's 9, that's 12. All right, I am dead.